Top of the morning, everybody. It's actually morning time. I can actually say that to you. It's 11:35 Pacific Standard Time. And it feels good to be making a video in the daylight instead of late at night. But today we're making cookies. The recipe today comes from this book. It's called Cookies, a Cookie Lover's Collection. And the cookies that we're making today are Pecan Crisps. So those Keebler Elves and Kellogg's cookies, they have little pecan cookies that I used to love to eat. But unfortunately, I can't eat those no more because one of my friends has ruined me and told me that a lot of the things that we like to eat cookie-wise have bioengineered food. And y'all know how I feel about fake food. So one day, I'm going to tell you a story real quick. One day, me and my boy Serge, we went to Walmart, and he was like, "Oh, I know you like sweets and stuff." He's like, "I want to show you something." He was like, "I was watching TikTok and I seen this video, and so I came to Walmart, and one day I just happened to look at the back of the box and I seen this on there, and then I started checking stuff that I like and I kept seeing it." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "A lot of the stuff that you eat is bioengineered." I was like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, like Oreos, Chips Ahoy." I'm like, "You lying." So he showed me. So we went down the aisle and we looked, and I kept seeing that underneath the ingredients, not in the ingredients, but underneath that, it said bioengineered food. So I was like, dang, I can't eat that. So got to these pecan cookies, them Keebler ones, same thing. So I said, all right, well, anything that I make is just going to have to be from scratch because I can't eat no bioengineered stuff. I don't get down like that. And so here we are today. I'm making my favorite cookies. They're in this book, and we're going to be doing that today. But before we get started, I have another story for you. I got to send a special shout out and thank you to my little sister's mom. She sent these blue mitts and these mats for me. She watches the videos that I make, and she must have seen them old mats and mitts that I was working with. And she said, "Oh no, child, I got to hook you up." So she plugged me with these mitts. So when I put stuff in the oven now, I could look nice while doing it. But the story I want to tell you about her is kind of prophetic. So when I was 15 years old, my mom had kicked me out and made me go live with my dad. So I'm really like the Fresh Prince for real, for real. She made me go live with my dad, and my dad lives in a nice house in the suburbs and all that. And my sister's mom is actually from the South, deep South. And when I say deep South, she can cook. Like when I tell you she can cook, she can cook. You see how I'm stressing that with my eyes closed? And I'm saying she can cook. She get down in that kitchen. And so when I went and lived over there, she would always cook, and I would always be so happy to eat her food because you got this Southern woman in this house cooking food like she know how, and it's fire. So one day I was eating, and she told me, she said, "You always gonna have a woman cooking for you because you love to eat and you love good food, and as long as you stay like that, people gonna enjoy cooking for you." So that in itself was prophetic, and I'm gonna tell you why. She was speaking into me, right? Mind you, she meant it as a joke, but she was still speaking into me. And because of those words, that carried on, and there has not been any person in this world who has cooked for me that doesn't enjoy cooking for me. Not one person. So I bring up that story to say, one, she's a fire cook. She can cook. But then two, with your kids or with people that you love, it's important to speak into them, speak positivity into them. With my son and my daughter, I'm always speaking into them, speaking things that blessings on them, saying you will do this and you will do that and you will achieve this and you will achieve that. It's important that you do that with people. So I kind of wanted to just touch on that real quick. If you have kids and you're watching this, make sure you speak positivity into your kids because it will transfer into them and it will continue on. So let's go ahead and get cracking, man. Pecan Crisps. I couldn't even say that right. Y'all see that? Pecan Crisps. There we go. So it calls for packed brown sugar. I guess I should show y'all this. Packed brown sugar, some shortening. I'm using Crisco, some butter, some flour. I got an egg. I got some pecans that I've diced up. Now, I'm going to show you this picture in this book. you can tell by looking at this picture that when they cut the pecans, they don't cut them up as fine as I do. That's my preference. It just says in the directions, finely cupped or chopped pecans, but as you can see, they're not as chopped up as how I've made mine. So it's all preference. I would say do whatever your preference is. If you want a bigger chunk of a pecan in your cookie, then go for it and go do that. But for me, I like them finely chopped in there. I want to be able to taste the pecan in there, but not too much of a big bite of it. You feel me? And I forgot my favorite ingredient. Give me 1 second. All right. Got to add a little bit of this. So the directions say, combine the sugar, butter, shortening, egg, and vanilla. Beat at medium speed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to beat this at medium speed. My egg. My vanilla. And I guess this will be the time to do this. Just a dash. Ain't nothing. All right, so I stopped it, used my spatula, scraped the edges, and now it says that I need to add the flour and baking soda in here slowly on low speed. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this and then bake this on, or mix this on slow speed until it's all gone. All right, I'm gonna scrape my bowl down again. And the last thing I'm supposed to do is add in these pecans. All right, so that is mixed in. Now, the last thing this says to do, it says to basically roll this dough and make it into 2 parts. So roll the dough up into a ball, cut it in half, and then roll it out in a log. Now, with cookies, I typically don't do that, rolling it into a log. I mean, I understand rolling it up into a ball and then cutting it in half and making it separate. That's cool. But a log, that's something different. Am I going to follow that direction? No. I'm going to do what I want to do. So that's out. But it does say that this needs to chill for 3 hours. So that's why I'm doing it now. So I am going to ball this up, get some plastic wrap, divide it into halves, and it's going to go in the fridge for 3 hours. In the meantime, I'm going to take my son to see his grandfather and his grandma. So I'll see y'all when we get back. All right, y'all. So I was woofing. I followed the directions. I was talking all big. I ain't going to do that. And I did. So I've made them into 2 logs. Now, if you're looking at this, you're going to be like, well, that don't look like a lot of cookie dough. The reason it doesn't look like it is because I halved this recipe. The original recipe makes 7.5 dozen cookies. Now, I don't need to be eating 7.5 dozen cookies. That's not good for my health. That's not good for nobody. So I halved the recipe. And this is the results of half of the recipe. I'll make sure that the details are in the description, the measurements that I used. But yeah, this is it. I'm going to put this in the fridge for 3 hours. And now I will officially see y'all when I'm done. What's up, everybody? I'm back. As you can see, it ain't daytime no more. The day got away from me. I left up out of here, took my son to see his grandpa. And then we ate some real good food. I mean, some real West Indian, Caribbean food. We had some curry, we had some roti. Oh, it was so good. And then we left from there and then we went to my mom's house because my mom's birthday is tomorrow. And so originally me and my son were supposed to go to my mom's house tomorrow, but she was like, hey, I'm going to be busy. It'd be better if you guys came today. So after I left my pop's house, we went to my mom's house. We hung out with her. My son had picked out some flowers for her. He drew her a drawing, and then he gave it to her, and she was very, very happy with that. So I would say today was a good day, a really good day. These are one of those moments where it's important to sit back and soak in your day, right? My parents are older. My dad is turning 78 in a couple weeks. My mom is turning either 69 or 70. And they both are in great health. Full mobility. They got their mind. Their mind is sound. Just doing well. Both of them doing very, very well for themselves. And it's times like that where you can just sit back and look like, dang, I'm very blessed, because there's people out there who aren't in that same situation. There's people out there that might not have their parents, but God has blessed me and allowed me to have both of my parents, and they're living a long life and a happy life filled with joy, getting to watch their grandkids grow, and just, experiencing the benefits of their labor, the fruits of their labor. So today has been a really, really good day. It was a really happy day. It was spontaneous, but it was a good day. So now that I'm back, we're going to finish these cookies. So the directions say that I'm supposed to slice these apart on an ungreased cookie sheet. And it wants me to just slice them and put them on here. That seems kind of weird to me. So even though I've cut them like a log, I am going to be rolling these because I can't picture making a cookie and not rolling it into a ball. That's just weird to me. So that's what I'll be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and roll these. And the baking directions say 350 degrees, and it says 7 to 8 minutes. So these aren't even going to be in there long. I feel like that's the quickest recipe I've ever seen for cookies. I've never seen a recipe that's 7 or 8 minutes. But I'm going to roll these out. When I'm done, I'm going to put them in the oven. And then I'll show you guys the finished product. Like always, I tell you guys this all the time. Everybody's oven is different. This recipe says 7 to 8 minutes. My oven is hotter than most. So at the 5-minute mark, I'll be taking a peek to see what they look like. But before I go, I wanted to share something with y'all again. I know this day has been filled with stories from me, but that's just how it's coming today. Previous episodes I shared with you guys, like, it's important to pray, right? I told you guys, like, get familiar with Psalm 91. Make sure that you pray before you leave your house. Make sure you pray before you go to bed, and all those types of things, right? Friday morning for me, my mornings start off the same every morning. My alarm wakes me up, get up, brush my teeth, go pray, go read my word. And I always pray for myself, my family, my parents, my daughter, my son, family, everybody. I pray for everybody, right? But I always pray for traveling grace because it's very important. I've been in a couple accidents, and 90% of them are never my fault. It's always someone hitting me. So I said a prayer Friday morning asking for traveling grace. And as I was driving to work this Friday that just passed, I'm at a light, and the light stopped. It's red, so I'm waiting for it to turn green. And while I'm at this light, this lady behind me baps my car. Now, mind you, it wasn't a hard rear end, like we're at a light. I think what she was doing, she was on her phone, she wasn't paying attention, and then when she looked up, she was so close to my car that she gave me a tap. So I'll show you guys what the tap looked like. It's like someone's behind you and you get hit in your car. The tap was like that. That's as much as I jerked. It wasn't nothing major. So I hop out the car. I try to go look at my bumper, but I can't see because her car is so close to mine. So I get back in my car, I pull the car up a little bit, then I put it in park, get back out, and I look at the bumper. I don't see nothing on the bumper. I look at both sides of the bumper. I'm like, oh, we straight. So I look back at her. I'm like, hey, we good. It's a wrap. And I push off. When I push off, instantly, I say, thank you, Jesus. Because I realized that things could have been way different, right? Every morning I get up and I pray for traveling grace. I pray for his protection. And it just made me realize, like, dang, had I not have done that, maybe it could have been a worse accident. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she could have been not paying attention for a long time and rear-ended me. But because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm praying when I get up in the morning, and I'm praying before I go to bed at night, and I'm spending time talking to that man up there, he is watching over me. So I say all of that to tell y'all, this is proof that what I'm telling you is important. Mind you, it wasn't no major accident. There wasn't no scratch on my car, nothing like that. But I believe the reason why is because I'm putting in the work and talking to him. So y'all make sure before you go to bed at night, you get on your knees and talk to that man up there. When you wake up in the morning, make sure you get on your knees and talk to that man, because you never know how each day is going to play out. So I'm going to leave it there. I'll see y'all in about 7-8 minutes. All right, it's been 7 minutes. Let's see how they look. Looks good to me. We gonna let these cool. I guess I should give you guys a close up. So this is what they look like. So I'm gonna let these cool. All right, it's taste test time. So the cookies are done. Y'all see I got my milk. I can't eat a cookie without milk. It's just not possible. But let's see what this tastes like. It's good. It's chewy. I like how I diced up my pecans really, really finely, because I can taste little bits of pecans in every bite. And I like that. Yeah, this is a good cookie. It's basic. Like, it's not over the top with a bunch of different stuff in it. It's simple. It's a sugar cookie with pecans in it, and it tastes good, and I like it. So if that's you, if you are someone who likes a basic cookie with some nuts in it that are chopped up fine, this is a cookie for you. I like this cookie. I told my dad I was making cookies. He said, oh, I'll be sure to stop over there tomorrow to have some. So make sure you save some for me. So I'll have some saved for him. But that concludes our video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope the nuggets that I left you guys with speaks to you. And until next time, be blessed, take care, and don't forget to say your prayer.